bcrx.
Hi all, this is Dr. J and Professor Steig, streaming live
Hello,
from
everybody.
Long Island, New York,
Long Island.
where the weather has been glorious. I don't think I've been in the house all day.
And I've been in my cave the whole morning.
Ah, okay.
So,
You're in your basement? Hey, Linda.
yeah, I'm in my cave. Yeah, Linda's here.
Choppy day for biotech. We all took a hit.
Oh, please, did we get creamed?
Yes.
Oh my God, what a stuff show.
But Fuel Cell didn't give back much. Are you in it, Linda? Dr. J took a position in Fuel Cell at just about what it closed at, I think. I took the position yesterday.
Yeah.
bcrx
Hello, Clarence.
is raising capital. CVM is
That can't be a bad thing.
CVM is raising capital.
Jigglypuff lost his dad to the COVID.
Yeah, so I mean, Jiggly is here. Oh my goodness, Jiggly.
Yeah, sorry about that, Jiggly.
Yeah, so sorry. We were worried about you. Now we know what happened. Our condolences.
Yeah,
very sorry to hear that. I mean, this is tough times for everybody. When you lose your dad due to this COVID-19, it's just heart-wrenching.
Yes, indeed.
It is. It is. Yeah, I mean, I've been asking for you almost all the time. We miss you.
Yeah, indeed, he has. You've been missed the whole time.
Yes,
so,
I was worried about you. I never thought about your family.
Indeed.
Yeah, and I mean, you lived through it, Spike, fortunately.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I was what they call asymptomatic, so I feel like I got in under the wire. You know, there's a survivor's guilt associated with that.
Your wife didn't have
it. It's like I got the antibodies for free.
But your wife didn't have it that easy.
No, so it's right. So I suffered that way because she suffered.
Yeah. And your son was asymptomatic as well.
He was asymptomatic also, but we all have presumably we all have antibodies.
Well, hopefully.
And that means we can go to the Mets.
Yeah, if the Mets are going to play in Orlando. That's the problem.
Yeah, and I'm not going to get on a plane though.
You're not going to get on the plane to see the Mets.
Not to see the Mets.
Yeah. So, you know, chart EBR. Well, I guess maybe. I want to chart FedEx. FedEx had a nice pop today.
Really?
Yeah. They have a collaboration with Microsoft. They're going to wage an all-out e-commerce war against Amazon.
Oh, okay.
They say, forget
online
online e-commerce. We're going to do virtual e-commerce.
Right, that's where you
virtual reality.
You don't actually get your products. You virtually get your product.
You virtually get it. No, you see your product as if it's in front of you, but then you don't get it.
Right, you reach for it. It's not there.
Yeah, it's not there. Bob sold some CVM. I don't blame you, Bob. I'm thinking of doing the same because I'm of the opinion now, after playing with my spreadsheet and talking to Fosco for hours at a time, virtually, not quite, but up and back emails for hours at a time, that we're only about even money. Hence the $2 million raise. I think Gad wants to have a $2 million cushion in case he has a going out of business party.
Oh, boy.
Why does this thing keep coming up on my laptop? Something called Creative Cloud wants me to sign in, and I don't want to.
Just quit that out.
It's a pop-up.
This is not my machine.
This is that Apple crap.
Crapple.
It's a crap apple. It's a crab apple. It's a crab apple. I like the old IBM. Remember the old IBM PC? That's my speed.
Now, so you're actually starting. The bloom is coming off the rose for you for CVM. That's a bit disappointing because it sounded like things were going to look positive. But you're right. There seems to be a little bit of dealing.
I'm losing whatever hair I have left. It's thinning even more as I pull it out. Watching CVM and its stock price and the warrant bullshit and all of that stuff.
I know. I mean, we were following bcrx and hoping for some big move there, and that one, they just put out an offering which diluted the stock a little bit. So that's another. That's good news overall, but bad news short term. Because I was hoping for a big pop, like tomorrow. It's sort of like this kind of thing where you keep like waiting for the phone to ring.
Yeah.
And CVM also the same basic idea, because once that data comes out and it's as positive as everybody's hoping it's going to be, then that would be wonderful. But when you get the people inside sort of hedging their language.
I mean, did you read what he did with the warrants? He extended the expiration date to June 25th, and he offering two kinds of deals. If you exercise at 1375 before the 10th of June, you get one full warrant, exercisable at $18, and if you do it after June 10th, but before or on June 25th, you get two YY, he calls it, YY warrants, which convert 2 for 1 into something exercisable with a strike price of 20. It's so confusing. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I have no clue why, other than they're not being nice to the shareholders that own the warrants. Jared is hedging. This is a hedge, pure and simple. It's not much money, so no, he doesn't care about shareholders, Linda. He's not worried about you and me and Spike. Are you kidding me? He's worried about Gert and Gavin and all the employees, long-time employees. Could they take a hit? That stock will go close to zero. They're turning the lights out. And he's got $2 million raised off these warrants to say goodbye nicely in style to everyone. I don't know. I don't know what else to make of it. $2 million is not a lot of money.
Not for CEO.
He's not doing
it's a lot of money for me.
He's not doing it out of the goodness of his heart to those warrant holders. I'll tell you that much.
Well, do they need the money?
I don't know if he needs the money. Maybe he needs the money. Maybe 1 million. I can
understand why. I can understand why bcrx.
How about this? How about this, Spike? 1 million of the 2 million is for Gert. The rest of it is for everyone else that works for Gert. And zero is for you, and zero is for me.
Yeah, right. So you're getting about
zero is for Linda.
Right. Linda said he thought the guy was on the up and up. I'm not saying I wouldn't say no at this point.
No, I think he is on the up and up. I think this is on the up and up. That the 2 million is he feels he's entitled just in case.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying that's really. I have no idea.
You've been liking this guy since we've been talking about
the problem is why? Why the hell would he base $2 million other than for some reason?
All right, if you're going to be optimistic, it's because once the news comes out, there's going to be some sort of need for capital. That's if
then he would raise a lot more than $2 million.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Kamal, most of the biotech sector is down the past couple of days. Yes, we're taking it on the chin, but we've had a phenomenal run. That's true. So, you're going to take it on the chin. But pot has been hot.
Well, pot yesterday did fantastic. My Village Farms did very, very well.
Pot has been hot. And
We
FedEx,
took a little bit of a hit today, though. It came back.
FedEx bucked the trend of all the stay-at-home.
Linda says it wasn't 2 million; it was 20 million.
Or was it 20 million?
Well, that makes a little bit more sense.
Oh,
You're right.
okay.
Because why would anybody do that kind of maneuvering for chump change?
20 million is another story.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, there
2
are good
million
reasons.
made no sense to me. I thought it was 20 million, but then I was on the phone with Jake. Jake told me it was 2 million, so I'm not sure.
Well, Linda seems to think it was 20. So
That's what I thought originally, but I don't know.
that makes a lot more sense. I mean, like I
It's
said,
either 2 million
you
or
don't play
20
games for
million.
$2 million.
Do we have any other votes?
Yeah, right.
We need
Linda's saying Linda's going to vote for 100 million.
we need a few more votes.
Well, it will be 100 million if this stock hits, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm betting the ponies, especially with this one. BCRX, I mean, it was a little bit of a surprise, but I'll take it because in the long term, that's going to be good news for them. To dilute the shares a little bit, try to get a little bit more money.
I think I had 3 of my stock, 3 out of 40 that were green today.
You're right, exactly. Everything else was red.
3 out of 40.
Well, my play on 3D printing seemed to hold up pretty well today.
That was a phenomenal pick, PRLB.
Yeah. So, and I jumped into that industry. I got into DDD, but then I also got to 2 other companies.
Is DDD doing good?
DDD is holding its own. It's not doing as great. There's another one called X1, which seems to be doing pretty well, and another one called.
Can you put that symbol down and as a comment?
I can. I'll put the 2 others that were. It was obviously I'll put all 4. So it's PRLB. It was DDD. It was SSYS and X1. Those were the these are all the 3D printing plays.
Any one of them you want me to chart?
Sure. X1 probably.
All right, put
Actually,
it
no,
in there.
ssys because that's one I own. But I'll put those up.
Yeah, I see them now. I'll put it on the screen so everyone can see it.
Okay. Yeah, so Linda's saying don't lose faith, which,
Linda, are we getting $3 for fuel cell? Dr. J is in.
Oh, that was the other play, right?
Yeah, fuel cell. I was looking for 213 before I entered because that looked like a key level. So I put an alert on for that. When it hit 213, I went in. I also nibbled a little beforehand. So I got in a decent position. Depending on the way it goes, I'll probably even add. Are we looking for $3, Linda? All right, I'll take 260.
Do for a run, she says.
Yeah. All right, so
and Joe Stephan thinks this is still just a bunch of short plays with CVM.
Yeah. So Fosco and I have been communicating by email.
Right.
And I think we're giving each other a headache.
And I've been listening. I've been watching what you guys are doing.
Yeah, I think we're getting on each other's nerves.
Overall, from the conversations I'm seeing, the events you have to put together for particularly bad news, like you string them all together, they seem all in all pretty low probability. I mean, it seems to me just based on what I'm reading from you guys that there are directions, there are things that could happen that could bring this stock down to $1, but that there are also more stuff that could happen that would bring it up.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that Fosco didn't realize, that I pointed out to him, is that those people who are in the what do you call multi-kind arm, if they drop out and cross over, let's say in the first week of treatment, they get nauseous, they don't like the side effects, whatever it is, and they switch over to standard of care, they're still counted as multi-kind people. So the 2 populations for the sake of statistics, the two populations are looking more and more alike the more that happens. But he thinks
Right.
that'll be a very, very low number because the side effects are not severe.
Well, yeah, that's if they decide to keep tracking those people instead of making them leave the study.
You know what else I don't like that I found out? I found out that the primary site, one of the primary sites for the multi-center trial was somewhere in India. I like hospitals that are in America or in Europe that are prestige hospitals that take on that trial. When you get a lot of unknown hospitals, it gets me nervous.
Well,
And
how common is this disease?
how
I mean,
common is
is it
head and neck cancer? Very common.
okay? It's common enough that you can go to say somewhere in Minnesota and then
Well,
have enough.
you can go to Sloan and they treat it. Why couldn't they treat
Okay,
it? I don't think
fair
Sloan
enough.
is one of the centers. I don't think MD Anderson is one of the centers. I don't know.
No,
I don't know the whole list of centers, but I don't think
the
it's
magnificent S whether or not there were 24 sites.
another negative that Jake points out is that the board of directors is composed of a bunch of no names.
Okay,
That's not
so
good either. You like to see someone from Big Pharma.
well, look when you came off of athx from Meso, it was because Meso seemed to be winning on the game.
Right,
Here, there's nobody to jump off of. If you think that this is a big market, CVM is really the only game in town versus the
right,
standard of care.
correct.
So so again, we'll just leave it like we're just playing the ponies.
I'd say it's a flip of a coin,
Okay.
but you're getting probably 10 to 1 odds you're betting the pass line, but instead of getting even money, you're getting 10 to 1, maybe.
Right. Exactly.
I
Exactly.
don't
Yeah.
know. I don't even know if that's true.
All right. So let's say even you're getting 3 to 1 on the pass line.
Right, right.
I mean, I'm going to still, based on all that I've been seeing. There's a lot of confidence, despite what happened today. There's a lot of
The
confidence
thing is,
over on the.
would you go all in for all your chips,
Oh
where you're willing to risk everything and go tap out for 3 to 1 odds?
no, I when I go all in, I make sure that I get a look at the dice.
Well, no, I'm saying at some point the odds are so tempting you're gonna take that gamble.
Well, yeah, right, exactly. But like I said, if it was a dice and they said, you roll an even number and we'll pay you 6 to 1, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if
Kamal
they
wants
say,
to know if I sold any CVM. Not yet.
me neither, not yet.
And I even gave a little thought to buying when it dipped very low today, but
Yeah,
resisted.
it's almost going back to that 12. We were thinking you're 14, and now it's 12 and change.
It hit below
But
12.
yeah, I get that, but because we were shouting Yo 11 about 6 months ago.
Yeah, well, at Yo 11, I thought it might be worth a shot, even if a short-term swing trade.
Well,
Because
and you also
they'll probably run it back up to 15. So from 11 to 15 is a nice pop.
it's a run. You're right. I mean,
You don't
because
have to stay in for
before
the
we were
data.
talking around 20 about saying like if we don't get data, take a rest of 20. Just see what's going on, regroup, and then
Joe
see if it goes
Stephan
to
wants to know
100.
what odds I give CVM. After careful analysis of all the possible data that it could be, I give it even money because basically there's not enough information to give it more than even money. Ben, I'm doing my show. You don't want to be in on my show. Go.
Now, Linda said that there was $100 million offering for bcrx. So that's something that's substantial in terms of its capital, in terms of its capitalization.
Yeah.
Because when we talk about that 100 million, I was confused. The 100 million had something to do with bcrx. I guess that's what they raised from this maneuver they did.
100 million
Yeah.
offering for BCRX.
Around 14%. That was that's what I read. I read it was a reasonable percentage, not overwhelming. It was going to be a bit dilutive, but a
Yeah.
lot of people on StockTwits are like, yeah,
Well,
okay,
what's the
fine.
market cap? About 800 million on BCRX?
Well, if it's 14%, then yeah, that sounds about right. 1/8 or 1/7.
700
Maybe
million?
it went from 700 to 800 thanks to this maneuver.
Yeah, so that's pretty dilutive. Sounds pretty dilutive to me.
I mean, we've seen worse.
Yeah, we've seen worse.
14% I'm willing to live with, especially for a product that really has so much promise.
14% dilution on my shares. I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, I know, and I see.
I
I
don't
made the
want
mistake
to. I
of
don't
actually
want
giving the stock to
to.
a friend of mine this week.
I don't want to spread the wealth.
Right, I get you.
But we
I
should
get you.
look at FedEx, 3M, big winners.
Yeah, maybe one of my 3D guys.
One of
Maybe
your three guys.
SSYS.
Let's look at the winners so we don't have to get depressed.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have too many winners. I have 3M.
I
Today
agree
I
with
had
that.
3M. What else did I have that was a winner? I don't even know.
3M.
I
3M.
know
How did 3M do today? I didn't take a look.
I know I had one or two others.
That did okay.
I'm gonna go to the charts.
Okay, that's worth doing. Your 3M was up 4%. I'll
Yeah,
take
I
it.
mean, look, it's since I bought it at 35, it's been doing
135. Yeah.
phenomenal. I have to
Yeah.
admit I added at 45.
Uh-huh.
I forgot to tell everybody.
Oh, that's right. You were supposed to announce that stuff. That's okay.
Yeah, I trade so much I can't announce everything. I was in and out of NWBO for more than a double. I don't know. I think I told everybody about NWBO. I think I said I was going to buy it, but then I didn't tweet it out. I mean, what am I getting out of it? Do I
Yeah.
really care
Well,
if people
to be
follow me?
perfectly honest,
I'd rather people didn't follow me.
I mean, I'm starting to get bored with all these biotech companies. I mean,
So
I know that
I
should
didn't get bored. I didn't get bored when it ran from 17 cents to 40 cents, and I got out.
Right. Yeah,
That
that's right.
that was anything.
Earning money could be boring, and I get that.
That was anything but boring.
Yeah, I got you. Well, it lost 7% today.
What we're doing now, just chit chatting and excluding Linda, is boring. And
Exactly.
magnificent
Because she's got some great
answers.
insights.
100 million shares, a $100 million amount. It better be $100 million amount.
It's on top of the mixed shelf. They announced in April.
Because if it was 100 million shares at 5, that's most of the market cap.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Well, Jake has a lot more information about that.
Yeah.
He's been on that one for months before we were.
Yeah, but it's worth taking a look at the chart anyway, I guess.
Sure.
Although after hours, I guess it's down. All right, let's see what chart. CVM I have up first. I think we always start with CVM.
Well, yeah.
All right, so you can just eyeball it. 3 successive lower low right here on. We have 3 lower lows, 3 nasty looking. Well, two low, not really 3. We have a new low today. That's about it. A new low. It made a new low off the 5-6 low. So that's not very encouraging. It looks like the next support is all the way down here, probably about the low of this candle.
Nice. Oh, it's the
10.58, $11.
That's your 11.
Yo 11. And
Your 11.
what did we hit
That's been a while
today?
ago.
We came pretty close to that, didn't we? No.
Well, the first time we today? No, we didn't.
No, not close to 11, but we hit the 11s.
Right.
I think. The low of the day
you can see.
was 1182.
All right.
After hours 1219.
All
I
right. Good.
tell you, at Yo 11, I might try for just a swing trade. You know,
Right.
get out
Bail at
before
15.
data.
Bail it, right. Go in at 11. Try to bail at
How
15 if you
about
could.
instead of waiting for 11, I go in at 11:11, and just to make it nice.
All right. Just make
I'll
yourself
put in
that
a
note. Write a memo
Papa
to yourself.
J is putting in a buy at 11:11.
There you go. And when
Uh,
since I'm being big on this, let's talk about exit strategy. You're going to bail that particular batch at around 15 or 14.
what symbol?
Oh, which one are we talking about? One of mine?
Yeah.
SSYS. SYS.
YX. You bought quite a few of these.
Yeah, I decided,
SSYX.
SS.
Two X's?
SSYS. No X's. Sam, Yosemite Sam.
I gotta try this again. Sam, Yosemite Sam.
Sam.
She sells seashells
Yes.
at the seashore.
Some chart you got going.
Yeah, I noticed. All right, so, it's on the verge of a run. It's had a run, but it's still on the verge of a run. You take
Yes, and you see the
this
thing
guy
that
out,
the thing
you're
that
gonna run. Can you take out 1945? Why not, right? Take out 1945. You're looking at you're looking at good stuff. It's going to run. Maybe new highs. So why didn't you share this with Dr. J? You didn't share this?
we're here now, aren't we?
That's true.
I just bought it. I just bought it about a week ago.
Oh, about a week ago. Okay, you're forgiven.
Yeah, because like I said, I was reading. Just to back up what we were talking about, I was reading about some other companies that were doing that. There was, I think X1 already took back all that it lost.
Why
But
why did 3D get so hot all of a sudden?
Yeah, I don't know. And that one's not as like I said, there was more upside potential with that one, and they did change their management.
Yeah.
So it gave some new hope. The X1 was besides Protolab, X1 was the other big play, but that took back most of its money already. It took a dip and came back like a perfect V. But these two guys looked like they had a little bit more upside potential, which is why I jumped on it.
Yeah. You think DDD is worth buying? DDD?
I'm in it. I'm in all of this for the long term. This is the stuff that I hold in my retirement account.
Right.
Just like water and anything else that.
Okay.
It's not my gambling money. This is my over the long haul kind of money.
I got you. You like it over the long haul. FedEx.
So yeah.
FedEx.
Okay, FedEx. Now FedEx is not, except for this new thing. FedEx is this kind of thing where you like buy it in October and sell it in February, right?
Usually.
Typically speaking.
But it didn't take the hit that all the other stay-at-home stocks took today. Why? They like FedEx. That's the exception. So the chart looks so beautiful on it. I mean, it's very close to taking out a key level right here. Takes out 130, 180. This thing can fly. I mean, you can go back to 160 very easily. The FedEx the chart is just too good. I think it will fill the gap maybe eventually when we start selling, like when the market crashes, but not for a while. So I could see 180, and then 120 on FedEx.
Really?
Hopefully in that order, not the other way around, because I'm thinking about I hope I got the order right.
From your mouth to God's ear.
Yeah, I hope I got the order right. This is one that I own. One that I'm counting money, I'm making money, I'm coining money, and they're giving me a dividend besides.
Oh, you talk about 3M. Yeah, I'm very
Yeah,
happy with my 3M. That's another one. That's another one in my long term.
yeah. Well, I
And
forced,
because
I
we also
forced
said,
you
remember,
back in. Dr. J said you must get back in.
yes. Well, you remember this was also became one of those cleaning plays. Like for instance, we were talking about ways to get into industrial cleaning,
Yeah.
and you said that somehow 3M was a nice play. That and Ecolab, but Ecolab I didn't really
Well,
jump
you
on
know,
yet.
we're at a very key point now on 3M because either it takes that 162 out and keeps running, or it stops right about here with a nice ABC correction and continues its downward slide. So we're at a key point.
You know something? I'm so confident.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I
think
know I did sell it to dip, and you maybe buy in a little bit later on.
I think it looks so attractive to me. I think they'll have blowout earnings, even though they came out with a tempered sales estimate for April, saying that even though they're selling masks and stuff like crazy, the rest of the product line not so good. So that
Right,
tempers expectations and sets it up for a very big beat on earnings. So I think it beats
right.
big on earnings.
I think so
Uh,
too. And remember, they also announced not a total realignment, but a sort of focus on their on four. I think they had like 6 lines of business, but they decided they were going to focus on 4 of them. And there were four. The 4 looked like stuff that all the stuff I like.
you see
You know,
the bottom. You see the bottom on
clean
Amazon.
water, cleaning things up,
You see
and
the bottom on
vinyl and stuff.
Amazon today, low of 23.30. You wouldn't believe
No, I
how
missed it.
close I was to adding a 23.35, and I
Really.
didn't do it. Not.
Well,
I'm mad at myself, but what are you going to do?
this is going to be a long next 6 months. Something
Yes,
tells me
yes,
you're going to be able to get back in around 2100.
but we're still in very much in the bull, and Amazon is still on route to 3,000.
I don't
So
disagree.
I should have added a 23.35 like a man, but I was losing it so much on my bio crap. I didn't do it.
Yeah, gun shy.
I didn't do it. Shame on me. A beautiful candle. Look at that beautiful
I mean,
candle.
does it help if I say I forgive you?
Yeah, it's all tail. You see that when you get all tail, and I don't mean that
Uh,
in any way other than stocks. It's a good thing when you get all tail. What else did I want to look at?
Kimberly Clark. Pete Chetche was asking about Kimberly Clark, whether or not we even looked at that.
Give me the symbol.
I didn't really. Yeah, I don't even know the symbol for Kimberly Clark. Let me take a look. Oh, he might send it to me. If we're thinking about these kinds of companies, I mean, because we were looking at Procter and Gamble, and we were looking at a couple of the other ones, right? KMB is Kimberly Clark.
Fuel cell. I went in as soon as a little bit before it hit the 213, the high on 511. But when it hit 213, it triggered my alert, so I added more. And I like the candle today. It's almost all lower wick. So I like the candle, and I like the trend line, and I like Linda. So you put them all together. I had to go in. CVM looks pretty good to me. Yeah. I'm looking for it to come close to or take out the 242 mark. If it takes it out, then Linda's $3 is possible.
Hmm.
So maybe I sell half at 240, something like that. All right. What was
Let's
that
do KMB
symbol?
since we've been teasing it.
Can I have that symbol?
KMB.
K
MB.
MB.
Yeah, Kimberly Clark. It looks like it's consolidating at least. I guess if you start thinking not from the technicals, but from the
Do
fundamentals.
we like S&P 500 companies? I guess so.
Again, remember, there's two piles of money.
I must be doing
there's the gambling pile and there's the saving pile.
I must be
The
doing.
question is this something for the saving
Oh
pile?
no, I'm telling you, I'm doing the wrong show. I'm
What
doing the
should we
wrong
do?
show tonight. I mean, I'm hardly talking biotech. I'm doing the wrong.
That's because we're getting creamed. Remember, you wanted to give the audience good news.
That's
Something to be happy with.
That's probably the reason.
Right. You and Jay could be more somber on Friday.
Oh,
Or maybe not. Maybe something great will happen tomorrow on Friday.
Jake
You guys will be jubilant.
Jake is going to talk me into doing something I don't want to do. I'm not sure what it is yet.
You don't know what it is yet.
No, but I'm sure he's going to do it.
I'm sure he's scrambling for the next big hit.
This is a beautiful, beautiful triple, quadruple support right down there at 135.
Yeah.
What can I tell you? Buy, right? As Kramer would say.
Yeah, this is my. This would be another one that I would throw in my long-term stuff.
I mean, even short term, 135 looks like the bottom here. It's tested at 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Right, and what's the high? 140, 145.
You take out 144.60, and you're going to have a nice gain.
Right.
Kimberly Clark.
I'm still happy with 3M.
Who says you can't buy Fortune 500 companies?
Well, and this may be one of those things. People saying that there's going to be more of a move from growth to value.
Here's my blue chip.
That's why I was looking at some financials.
Here's my blue chip right here. I'm loading it now.
Oh, yeah, of course. Here we go.
My blue chip is giving me agita.
This is your blue chip athx?
It's giving me agita.
Yeah, well, I think you might have to rethink that line of yours.
Yeah, you see that trend line? It violated my trend line. You know what that means? I'm supposed to sell some. That's what it means.
Actually, yeah, but I'm still holding faith.
Yeah, but my feeling is,
but you came off this and onto miso more anyway.
My feeling is you could sell some and buy some back right around here.
Really?
Yeah.
What is that about? 2.5?
2.5.
Interesting. Something, yeah.
I could be wrong, and it's not like a lot of money unless you sell like a lot of shares. I don't want to sell too much. No,
I mean this was one of your girlfriends until miso took your eye off.
Well, I'm still very high on it. I'm a little less high after Out of Ignorance's article today on an essay. All right. Not that he said anything bad.
So this was the odds play, right? This one here, athx.
This is odds, and this is ischemic stroke and all of that.
Ischemic stroke, yeah.
So the Masters 2 trial in ischemic stroke has been delayed according to Out of Ignorance in the States, but it's coming along nicely in Japan. So 2 separate trials. Treasure trial is coming along on schedule by the end of the year, and so on and so forth. I just don't like the chart. The chart says sell, sell, sell.
Well, yeah, it's coming off your line pretty deep. We actually saw that about a week ago. We saw that.
Yeah, it says sell, 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 and buy it back at 258. 260. I don't know that I'll do it, but that's what it's telling me.
Right. Well,
if I do it, I'll buy more shares back.
Now, let me ask you a question about this one. This was not one that if everything hit was going to go to 100. It maybe had an upside potential of what, around 20?
Oh, I think more.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because these what do you remember? This was one that you that you made me promise I wouldn't come off of until it hit like at least 80 or something.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm waiting, but 80 will be fun. I'll be
Look,
very happy.
you don't have 20 million shares like decorating your walls like
Exactly. I
I
mean,
do.
we're really talking about my 9 cents that I'm going to lose.
So I got 20
You
million shares like toilet paper. I bought this. You're hoarding toilet paper during the COVID-19 crisis. I'm hoarding athx
Oh,
shares.
please, please! If a fire hit my house with all the paper goods that my wife has stored in the basement, we're in
In the
trouble.
garage, there's paper towels everywhere. I'm going crazy with the paper towel. And then my wife is so crazy. If I take a paper towel, she yells at me. Says, "Don't waste the paper towel."
Don't waste the paper towels. You only have a 15-year supply,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's if Kimberly Clark stop producing them now.
Yeah, exactly. So what
So
else?
yeah,
What
I
else?
guess I'm not even going to bring up. Did you want to bring up? Well, you want to bring up one of the pot stocks, um,
Okay, instead of
Republic Village.
BCRX, let's do BCRX.
I
After
thought we
hours,
already
I
did.
don't
Okay,
know.
yeah,
What's it
BCRX.
trading at after hours?
Did anybody say anything about that?
That's not too bad. It had such a beautiful recovery day today. It's a shame that they announced that dilution. All right, so
Yeah.
here's what I'm looking at. This is an easy buy. You got to add.
Now it's an easy buy for sure
You got to add.
because you just say 14%.
Yeah, you got to be adding on this one. And I would add right in the middle of this candle here.
You think it's going to make that candle?
Yeah, middle of it. So the middle
Oh
of it
yeah,
would be open
425.
392, close 470. It's 80 cents, 40 cents, 432.
Okay.
I'm looking to buy a significant amount at 432. Just about where the low of the day here. And I didn't add. What was the low of the day here? 433. That's my target.
Here you go.
Yeah, I think it'll come back, test it again.
Yeah, it's 44 after hours. When does
It,
that
it was
up or
it,
down?
was really a good buy at 433, but nobody told me to buy
Yeah,
it.
well,
So
I
nobody
mean,
told me.
again,
I'm busy here in the Hamptons.
I told my friends to buy it at 5.
Do you know I didn't even go in
I
the
told my friends to
house?
buy it
I've
about
been in
5.
the Hamptons enjoying the air, and I'm saying taking walks and so on, and enjoying my grandkids. And I'm saying, what the hell? I'm not going to trade today. But
Uh,
I would have, and I should have, and I could have,
well,
but I didn't. So what do I do
it's,
now?
and Lynn's asking for HTBX,
H
uh, Heat Biologics.
H T B
Lynn,
X.
is this another one of your?
No, this is
Um,
immunotherapy.
oh, is this immunotherapy?
Yeah, immunotherapy. This is kind of like cold fusions. Something that you always get close, but you never hit it.
Right. I got you. I got you.
Well, lukewarm fusion. What is it? The lukewarm fusion. Cold when it's at 0 degrees Kelvin, they can demonstrate it, right?
Yes.
But they can't demonstrate it at room temperature,
Oh yeah.
except
Magnificent
for a
Answer
couple of
brought up La
scientists
Jolla.
who made that claim, right? They did it in their kitchen. Wasn't that
Really?
a claim that they created energy out of water?
See, I'm a mathematician, not a
Ah,
physicist.
come on. This was all over the news. I'm not a physicist either.
That's my excuse whenever I don't know anything.
It's
Because
reading. It's called
I
reading.
pride
It's
myself on being a
called
know-it-all.
it's called reading the newspaper.
You think I know how to read?
Oh, come on.
No, I'm not really familiar with that particular.
What's
So what do you
going
think of
on
this?
here?
What do you think of this? What do you think of this chart?
This is a breakout stock.
I don't know. I don't know how to read this one.
Well,
Does this read like it's too late?
I don't think so. It's very, let's say, elastic. It has a lot of elasticity. So I could see it bouncing all over the place and making new highs. I don't know what caused this to move up, but it was a hell of a move up. Must have been some good news from the trial.
Let's see.
I'm not
Heat
sure.
Biologics announces a collaboration with Weissman Biomanufacturing to manufacture a COVID vaccine.
Is that it?
Oh.
Then
Well, that's the 10 hours ago news.
if that's what it is, sell.
Exactly. enough of these promises for
There's
vaccines.
1,001 vaccine makers. I'm done with the vaccine.
Yeah, you know.
All right.
Or maybe they got other stuff in their product line. So let me see what else people were talking about. Oh yeah, there was what was it La Jolla? That was another one. I guess you
that collapse?
could save that. We could save that with Chick. That took a massive hit today, and I don't know why.
I think it collapsed today.
Yeah, that was another one of the ones that Jake gave us. It made a little bit of a run, and you sold out a little bit. I sold out.
Sold out everything. I don't own any of it.
And then I a little bit. I stuck around a little bit.
I don't know. I don't know what. I'll tell you one thing. I don't know what the news was, but I do know it wasn't good.
Well, that's the thing. Yahoo didn't even have the news, so I had no idea. It was just
I know it wasn't good news.
Yes, we could presume. We could presume that it was not good news.
Maybe Dr. Tang is leaving the helm.
Confucius says they got
the CEO who's founded the company 20 years ago said enough with La Jolla. I'm moving to San Francisco.
Oh.
He wants Silicon Valley or something. Alley. I don't know. I don't know. What was really the news?
Their competition got some really good news. Confucius says they got artesunate stolen from them. Linda says their competitor got FDA approval.
All right. Whatever it is, I'm glad I sold all of mine.
So they're shut out for 7 years. Holy shit! I mean, holy stuff.
Jake sold all of his. I sold all of mine. Hopefully you sold yours.
I kept a little bit, but I guess I'll dump that now.
Yeah.
They learned by way of a press release. Wow.
What else is what else is new?
Yeah, these things happen, I guess. Did you want to look at marijuana? At least one marijuana stock, and then we can go.
And what?
No, marijuana. Like
which one? Oh, you want to look at?
Let's do. We can do the one that you like, the
curlf
cannabis one. Or we could do Village Farm and VFF.
Or VFF.
Yeah.
I like a lot. That's been hot lately, but not today.
No, today got hit, but it had some good news a couple days ago. I
think all of the pot stocks had good news. That like every state in the world needs money, so they're going to legalize.
Well, this one had to do with that Canada allowing some merge to go on.
They're going to legalize in New York for sure. Cuomo wants it.
Yeah, right. Cuomo wants it. Well, whatever he says.
Cuomo wants everything. Legalize the gambling. Legalize.
I know he's a nut. I think that's a little bit crazy. I think. I mean, the thing is, they're called vices. They're called vices for a reason.
Here's what I think. I think it's a good buying opportunity, bet on a pullback. Pullback to about 480.
Filling in that gap over there, maybe.
Yeah, 480.
480. Okay.
480. You go in.
Okay.
Not yet. Not yet.
You're talking about the midpoint on that last green candle?
Correct.
Okay.
Fills the gap on the downside, keeps going a little, stops. Then new money comes.
Then you know that it's consolidation.
Yeah. What about another one of them, curlf?
Yeah, curlf. That's the one you like, curlf.
I'm very high on this one, although the chart
so to speak.
it's still holding trend.
Yeah.
I like this one. I like it a lot.
This one looks more like a COVID. This one looks more like a COVID recovery than a new
You
embracing
know,
of cannabis.
when my friend gave me permission, wrote me a letter for the legal marijuana, for the medicinal marijuana. My buddy got me the medicinal marijuana card. I'm a card carrying member.
Oh, you're a card carrying member now.
Yeah, I'm a card carrying member. So
Good, good,
I
good.
like Curleaf. I tried them and they're very good. They have pharmacists that know what they're talking about. They run a very good operation. I'm impressed. So I like the technicals. I like the chart. I keep buying it on dips. So I am accumulating a lot of this junk.
Yeah, so you probably have a good price average then.
Yeah, and I bought it pretty low. I bought it above this too. So I bought all over the place.
Because I have MedMen, and that's been killing me for like I don't know how long.
mmnff.
No, it's MED. I'm not even sure. It's not even worth looking at.
I was mmnff.
Oh, look at that.
Made a pop.
I mean, yeah, I took a little bit. You know, my price average went from like $3 down to like
Don't kid
50
yourself. If
cents.
this thing breaks 40 cents, it could run up to 50 cents or higher. It's got some
Right.
legs. You could give you
I came into stock at $3.
right, but if you buy at 40 cents and get
I
out
bought
at,
a bunch at 25 actually. I bought a bunch at a quarter.
you
No,
buy
15
at
cents.
40 and get out at 60, what's wrong with that?
You're right. I bought like I did buy a bunch at 15 cents because the opportunity was there. You can't say no. For 15 cents a share, you can get 1,000.
I don't know,
You know,
35
for
cents. It sounds like you're going shopping in Macy's on this one.
It's true. I guess. Yeah. I mean, you're right. They're on an upward trend.
Not even
And,
Macy's. You're going to the dollar store and they're running the sale.
Right, Confucius says he bought 1,000 MedMen, and
I
he
think,
tries not to look at it. I don't blame you.
we could buy 100,000 of this, you know?
Right, exactly for a couple of cents.
Yeah.
You know, so you think the days of $3 are over for this stock?
you might make a quick 50%. No kidding.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Make up for the money I lost.
If pot is hot,
I think when I first touched the stock, I got it at 7. But
if pot continues to be hot, look out.
yeah.
There's one I bailed on half my holdings, and I'm hoping for a comeback with the other half. Maybe
The
I
only one I held on to really was I held on to MedMen because I know the choice, and I held some
maybe I shouldn't hold my breath on this one, you know.
Well, remember, I think Curleaf was the one that had the brand of approval from Philip Morris, right? Was that Curleaf?
The reason I went into fluid dim is a symbol, FLDM.
Oh, FLDM.
Reminds me of a friend of mine, Feldman.
So, is that this? What do these guys do?
I don't know. It's I'm hoping that it gets back on track. I even forget that I was in it already. I think they got it. They got a COVID test.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, right.
I'm in it
we're hoping that Codex.
I'm in it because I thought the chart looked good, and Marty liked it.
Marty Feldman?
Marty from StockTwits liked it, and he's
yeah.
probably here today. Is he here? Marty here today?
I didn't get a sense of it.
I got lines that shouldn't be here. I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm trying to get rid of it. The hell with it. But it's still.
Well, you're on an Apple. You can't do what you want. You could only.
You're right. I'm on a laptop without a mouse, which makes it even harder for me.
Right. Wait till you get home and get back to your happy PC.
I'm not sleeping here. I'm going home.
Are you gonna go home tonight?
I am. Look, I can come anytime I want. It's an hour away. That's all it is.
Well, you know,
La
I've been
Jolla
paying attention years.
Pharmaceutical learned by way of a press release issued by the FDA that amzn, an entity not affiliated with La Jolla, was granted FDA approval of its
Yeah,
IV whatever.
artesunate,
Yeah, you know something, I couldn't
artesunate.
care less. I'm out of this freaking stock. Confucius in your boat.
Yeah, exactly. Confucius in my boat. The only thing we didn't really do for anybody was XXII.
Confucius and I and you seem to trade in the same market.
Well, remember, I take my advice from you.
Uh-oh.
On my own, I would be just doing that long
Dr.
term
J
stuff.
does not give investment
Oh,
advice.
that's right. He does not give investment advice.
No investment advice.
So say your thing before we go.
All we do is give our own opinions, and nobody influences them. We don't get insider info. If you like our opinions, don't act on it until you ask your wife, or
Exactly.
better yet, your investment
Or your
advisor,
guru.
or your dog. If your dog barks twice,
Right.
it's good. Confucia, today's show was nice and relaxing after a rough day in bio. Thanks, guys.
Please, I know.
That's what we're trying to do.
We had to talk about some. We had to talk about the bright side of something.
We're just trying to chill a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
Linda,
it's been a hot enough week.
I understand plug. Plug is in those hydrogen fuel cars, whereas fuel cell, I don't know what the heck they do. I've been in and out of plug many times. I'm only in fuel cell because of Linda.
Right. Well, you know.
Not that I didn't do my own due diligence, Linda. Thank you. I always do my own due diligence. Don't feel responsible.
As all
I
of
don't
you
want
guys should.
anyone to feel responsible for Dr. J losing his money. I'm a big boy.
Exactly.
I'm going to end the broadcast. You want to say something before that?
You know, I was thinking if we left everybody with a trivia question again, I was going to ask something silly like,
Go ahead. Ask.
what was the role that Vincent Price played when he was on the Batman show back in the '60s?
Oh, that's a good question.
Okay, I'm sure a lot of people know the answer already.
I want to know what horror movies he was in. About 30 minutes.
Yeah, right. We only have this is only an hour show, my friend.
You know, one of the cutest horror movies I've seen was called The Fly, and he was in that one. Oh, I'm gonna end. I appreciate Confucia saying that we kept it light today, and that's what we tried to do on a really down day. Thursday is another day. Friday is yet another day.
True, we have 2 more days this
week. Where is Tipperary? Ireland, right?
That would be my guess, yes.
Asta Friday, however you say Friday in Spanish.
Luigi.
All right, I'm going to go. Bye-bye.
All right,